11. Dating back to the regular season, 3 games at the end of the season, 8 straight in the playoffs. The sweeps of the Nets. And Ben Wallace on the opening tip. Dick Pavetta with the basketball. And we're underway. But Rasheed Wallace switching off to Wade. Here is O'Neal. Remember, he started out the other night hitting his first 4 shots. Led by as many as 14. The Heat made a run, tied the score at 80 with about 5 minutes remaining. And then Detroit outscored Miami 10-1 down the stretch. Here's Wade to the left hand.
That he was going so quickly that he didn't have the balance that he so well exhibits during the course of games. Defensively tonight in screen rolls. How
about Chauncey Billups, a 90% free throw shooter during the regular season, missing the 2 free throws. Drop step by Shaq. And Shaquille looking very active here at the start. That's after Shaq hit his first 4 shots. Hamilton, wild pass. Sloppy play here at the start by the Pistons. Here's Wade, splitting through and rejected by Rasheed Wallace. Wade fires cross court. Whoa. Let's settle down.
Well, Dwayne Wade had a couple of these early in game 2. He had 1 blocked at the rim, missed an easy layup. Those are the kind you'd like to see go if you're a Miami fan or the coach. You'd like to see that ball go in the basket, see that confidence level start to rise once again. He was soaring with confidence coming into this series.
Tayshaun Prince has tied the game.
Make him defend down on the block, something he's not used to doing. That wears him out a little bit at the offensive end.
Here is Wade, able to penetrate. We did not see that. Second foul on Damon Jones, replaced by Keon Dooling. Also a delay of game call on the Heat. The ball was knocked aside. Here is Rasheed Wallace. Phillips with room. Rebounded by Haslam. And Miami looking more from Udonis Haslam, who had a superb regular season and played very well in the regular season against the Pistons. Nice look. Thank you, David. Shaq off to a fast start, 3 of 4 from the field. He's been replaced, though, here by Alonzo Mourning. Detroit with a 3rd straight possession, and Rasheed Wallace knocks down the 3.
The performance they normally get from him.
There's Wade. Haslam trying to get it to Mourning. It's a 4-on-2. Phillips with the hard dribble, able to find Prince. Rebounded by Wallace. Ben Wallace on the follow. Miami with all 10 of their points down low.
Of course, they had a 22-point advantage in the paint in game 1 and didn't get the victory.
Wade with a shovel to Mourning. Nice play. Wade with the assist. Alonzo Mourning with the bucket.
Anytime he struggled, he has bounced back with big games.
In fact, in the last regular season game against the Pistons, he had only 5 points. He fouled out. Here's the lob, and Prince puts him down with a 15-12 lead. Hamilton on the lob for Tayshaun Prince. We'll be right back. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Here is Wade and gets the hop. Pistons up by a point. Rasheed Wallace this time not able to shoot the 3. Haslam was right up on him. Prince with the step. Prince over Haslam.
This team all season long.
Eddie Jones has an open 3. Mourning with the rebound. Mourning puts on the floor and slams in the face of Rasheed Wallace.
Interestingly enough, Stan Van Gundy told us that when Shaq and Zoe were on the floor together in game 1, they struggled defensively. Shaq getting the slam from Wade.
Runs up the sideline to complain about the lack of a call. Here's McDyess. Rebounded by Rip Hamilton.
Offensive rebounds once again.
Wade kicks it back out. Here's Butler. Rasul Butler with a rainbow. And run down by McDyess. Detroit looking to run. Prince. Hamilton. Yes.
They're not going to leave him for those open shots. They play him chest to chest.
Hamilton again.
See what happened? He got that dunk. He had missed about 2 jump shots.
Rebound. Here comes Billups. Try to get it to McDyess, but broken up. O'Neal got a piece of it. Damon Jones, Keon Dooling now in the backcourt. That time a good look from Damon Jones.
But quicker shots against this Detroit defense, and that was awfully quick from Damon Jones.
Arroyo Rebounded by Haslam.
Well, you've got to attack Detroit's defense on the move. You can't let them get set.
Jones for O'Neal. Shot on the follow. And to check in. Here's Hunter, just came on, shooting a three. Rebounded by Haslam. A good box out. Fires down. Dueling ahead of the field. And he is stripped. What a play by Lindsey Hunter, who caught him from the angle.
Hunter come out of nowhere. Looks like Dueling has an easy one. Hunter with the beautiful block.
Good job of being able to guard that basketball.
I always felt he was the best on-ball defender in the NBA when I was playing. He's so strong and quick, and Hamilton with a beautiful up and under, but Hunter is out there for one reason.
The cheers from the crowd replaced by Shaquille O'Neal. Beautiful pass. Phillips from Campbell.
Just that split-second difference makes all the difference in the world for a spot-up shooter.
Eldon Campbell. Eldon Campbell.
Keep his bigs in the game, guys.
All right, David. Here's Hamilton. Swinging in for the shot. Shaq got a piece of it. And taken by Haslam. Wade. And a foul is called. For him 3 in a row at one stretch in the third quarter. Wade looking for the screen. And hands to Haslam. Damon Jones off the dribble, which is unusual. Larry Brown staying with the same lineup following the timeout. Hamilton coming up short. He forced it. Here's the outlet from O'Neal. Wade ahead of the field. And this time, Lindsey Hunter. Pacers, they had a 9-point quarter. And a 35 to play in this first half. Wallace, again, way off. Shot clock down to 3. Here is Phillips for 3. Rebounded by Damon Jones. Pops it out to Eddie Jones, looking for his first bucket. There it is.
There's a tendency to go through long droughts. We're obviously seeing one here in the second quarter.
Antonio McDyess just checked back in, and that's his first field goal. Right back. That's 12 turnovers for Detroit. Eddie Jones trying to draw the foul. Not a good shot. Here's Arroyo on the pull-up. Yes. Arroyo.
A tough ratio.
10-point Miami lead. 6-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Wade is rejected by McDyess, recovered by Damon Jones. Here's Eddie Jones with the shot clock running down. Eddie Jones from three-point land.
And here early in the third quarter, you get Wallace on the block.
And Haslam was rejected by Rasheed Wallace. There's Tayshaun Prince. Good play by Damon Jones, able to cut in front of Prince to handle that loose ball. Haslam recovers. Here's Damon Jones, met by Ben Wallace. They double up on O'Neal. Shaq finding Wade.
What a feed.
At the guards, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince up front. Rasheed backs his way and is fouled by Haslam. By 10. Hamilton trying to help out on Shaq. Leitner, yes.
He was in the first half. They're going to need him with a strong finish here tonight.
O'Neal had it knocked aside. Good play by Ben Wallace. Here's Phillips against the backpedaling Damon Jones.
Oh, man. That's tough. With him
Body on you, you got no chance.
Miami's lead is 10. They've led by as many as 14. Wade with the crossover. Wade in traffic. Wade scores.
What a difference a game makes. 6 of 13 from the floor.
Hamilton using the screen. Rebounded by Ben Wallace, able to save it. Here is Rasheed Wallace. Ben Wallace with another rebound. Prince, Hamilton for 3. Well, they had 3 opportunities. Now Miami back to the offense. Damon Jones for Christian Leitner, who throws it away.
Oh, he had Eddie Jones wide open for a three in transition, but I guess that's not Christian Laettner's game. He's not a point guard, but still, he's got to make a better decision there.
Open shot for Prince from downtown. Tayshaun Prince. Heat up by 11. Just under 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Wallace played by Laettner. Wallace gets inside and is fouled. And looks to put the move on Laettner. Rejected by Mourning. Alonzo Mourning with help defense as Prince got the step on Laettner.
This is why anytime you have a shot blocker behind you, you want to send him baseline. You want to send your offensive player baseline because it's an easier angle to come over and block the ball. That's what the San Antonio Spurs do defensively. That's their entire philosophy. Send everything baseline into those shot blockers.
Prince right back from downtown.
And quiet here. It's a 7-point game. So
shot clock at 5. It was deflected, says Vic Pavetic. There's no travel. Rasheed Wallace, and he got bailed out. Did not play in game 1. Coming on for Alonzo Mourning, and the lead is down to 5. Here's Wade for Laettner. Out. Shot clock down to 5. Phillips for 3.
wow, how about this? A 2-point game, and the Pistons are shooting 36% on the night.
You still know you can rely on your defense and that swagger to get yourself back in the game.
Shot clock to 2. There's Hunter for 3.
2, and expect to go to Detroit and get out of this hole. This is a huge moment for them in their season.
An 11-1 run by the Pistons to end the quarter. Wade right back. Dice looking for position on Laettner. Played well by Laettner.
Lakers giving us some nice minutes tonight.
Wade finding the opening. That's 24 points for Wade. Minute down 5 in the fourth. Miami by 3. There's Prince from way downtown. Another 3 for the Pistons. That's Phillips passed on a 3. Shot clock to 5. And Dice. Hunter from downtown. Yes. 7 straight threes.
Where did this come from? They could not buy a shot the first 24 minutes of the game.
They're 8 for 16 from beyond that 3-point line. O'Neal, Christian Laettner, hearing it from the crowd as he sits down, replaced by Donis Haslem. Wade is stripped, recovered by O'Neal. Shot clock down to 2, down to 1. Shot, and the tip. 26
For 6 assists, his he bounced back tonight.
Miami with a 1-point lead. Wallace is fouled by Haslem. After those final 5 minutes of game 1, it was tied at 80 apiece. And Chauncey Phillips took over. His Phillips finding Rasheed Wallace. Oh, hits the fadeaway. Detroit up 73.
mean, this young guy has put on some kind of show. In the middle of the floor, he pulls up and hits the jumper. How about this drive, the balance, he hangs, the left-handed degree of difficulty goes in. And then Damon Jones, he says, if I keep this in the building, this guy will finish it. And he does. What a play.
He's about 2 feet above the rim. Again, from underneath, look at that elevation. He's playing on adrenaline and energy right now.
Guys, we have 5 minutes to get every rebound and every loose ball. Marv.
All right, David, here's Hamilton. Rip Hamilton has tied the game at 78. Hamilton's hit a couple of jumpers after going through a stretch of missing 8 in a row. Here's O'Neal powering his way. Yes! And the foul.
Ben Wallace, this is just the second one, but you've got to make sure he doesn't score.
Eugene Wallace. Ben Wallace rejected by Hornet. There's Wade chased by Hamilton. You saw the speed come up big tonight, in particular with Shaq in early foul trouble. A 15-5 run by Miami. Phillips with a nice move.
Well, that's exactly what we saw the other night late in the game. He had the advantage.
Keep Alonzo Mourning out of the play.
Wade off the exchange from O'Neal, his shot blocked. And back comes Hamilton. There's Phillips, stopped from behind. Wade on the rejection. It's a 3-on-1. Damon Jones takes all the way.
And here's Phillips with the pull-up, and Wade with the block, and then nice job on the fast break. Ben Wallace doesn't commit. Damon Jones finishes the lay-in.
Efficiency.
Now to 2:20 left in the fourth. Here's Hamilton. Nice setup, and Wallace puts it down.
Very offensively efficient backcourt.
Prince for Hamilton. Hamilton on the drive, he scores, and the foul, it counts, and Rip Hamilton will go to the line.
Know their defense can get stops, and Rip Hamilton has not had a good shooting night. He's now 7 for 21, 7 for 20 in game 1, but to be able to foul quickly.
Both teams are over the foul limit. Here's Hamilton taking it to the rim, and rejected once again. Alonzo Mourning blocked shot.
He has been an enormous factor in this fourth quarter with his defense.
Jones, so the schedule really helps Miami.
Hamilton, and that was a missed assignment.
Wade, Dooling's an excellent shooter, and it'll be Wade.
Foul is called as they doubled up on.
You have to now go through all the things you've worked on all season.
Clutch free throw shooting by Wade. We're down to 10 seconds. Here is Phillips. Miami does not want to foul. Prince for 3. Played by Wade, and that will rob it.
That's the way it should be. He should put a wrap on it tonight because he's been the whole package. You might as well tie it up.
40 points for Dwayne Wade.
The series is even at 1 as they head back